All right, so today we have no news. Tomorrow we have CPI. Then we have PPI. Then we have 8:30 a.m. news, and then we have Friday with 10 a.m. news with consumer sentiment, which I'm surprised this is usually that's red folder, but now it's been like orange folder. So I'm still gonna use that as red folder logic, but we're already expanding pre-market here. Pre-market, we're just having a price run. I have 15-minute fair value gaps annotated. This is the next 15-minute fair value gap. And yeah, this is just market running before 9:30, which is completely okay. We do have relative equal lows here, so this could possibly be a Judas swing higher, but mm, I I doubt it. I really don't like anything in the charts right now, so I'm not gonna force anything. We have this daily order block that we just recapitalized, and we've traded so many times within this range that either this needs to be a price run that smashes through these highs, or yeah, that's the only way I see this, honestly. We have this 1 hour BISI here. We barely tapped, and we have a premium SIBI here. Other than that, this is not really favorable in my opinion, so just going to chill. I was expecting this to kind of happen at 9:30. I expect to see a 9:30 expansion, but it happened before market open, so that's really okay. Next midnight opening range 7-11. So that's last Friday. Where's my opening range gaps? See how we opened up with a very small gap? And then we have buy side up here in a premium. It's looking like we just want to seek buy side here. This 15-minute SIBI, I wouldn't want to see price really close below this. I don't like that wick though. Wouldn't want to see it trade below this first presented for value gap. We might form a 15-minute fair value gap here, unless if we just expand straight to buy side. So this 15-minute fair value gap could be retracement then expansion. Constant encroachment and like that. It can kind of go either way. We're really just in between sell side and buy side. A 5-minute fair value gap. First presented fair value gap is used kind of as inversion here. So let's say if we want to attack this high, I mean, this could be something where I trade long here, but I really don't want to. Trade into this down close candle here. That could be an entry, but I'm not going to take it. And this is like in my trading where I sometimes get too picky, but there's really nothing that's just needing to be traded here in this fractal. You know, like we haven't taken sell side. We're in the middle of the range. No clear first presented fair value gap, and then wicks on both sides of the range. But we've closed. Now we're back in first presented fair value gap. That looks bearish. I'll see if we expand to relative equal lows. I want to see first present the fair value gap. See if we expand lower. We should stay heavy here now. Executing based off this midnight opening range. This inversion fair value gap. 15-minute for value gaps, trading lower, relative equal lows, sell side, and then we have a lower 15-minute discount for value gap. This looks pretty bearish now, so I'll be surprised if we don't trade below these relative equal lows here. We have this big 1 minute displacement here, but I got my little piece, so that's good enough for me. Yeah, now we're staying heavy here. Big down close candle. It's a displacement. These are other 15-minute for value gap chart, and lower 15-minute discount for value gaps are traded into. Look at the candle right there. This first presented for value gap here, 630, has been used so much. And it's getting used again nicely. Trading through today's midnight opening range, especially so, I would expect to see speed through these lows here. The fact that we're able to trade through today's midnight opening range is telling me that it's not respecting this as discount array. I'll see if we trade lower here. If we trade back up into this SIBI, I honestly would not want to see that. I want to see it stay heavy here, personally. Not even need to trade up into this 15-minute for value gap. See, today I just honestly like pretty flawless on execution, pretty flawless on risk management, and just patience. Not getting too greedy, taking my 120 ticks, being content with that, targeting relative equal lows, and moving on to the next one. I wanted to see. There's so much stuff on that chart, I will say. Now we're in the discount 1 hour for value gap here. This is looking pretty ugly here. Honestly, this might be a long here. This might have been the Judas swing lower. Yeah, I don't like this as a short. I like this as a long kind of now. But we'll see. I don't want to try to predict a two-sided 1 hour candle. Wicks on both sides. Like this hourly chart has hourly candle as wicks on both sides, and you don't see that every day, so it's not something I like. Yeah, look at that. Long here, 880 to 910. It's a nice little setup there. Nine ten hit. So that would have been the 30 handle price run there. Yeah, now let's see if we want to trade a buy side here. Potentially into this buy side here, these two buy side liquidity pools. It's kind of hard on this chart, you know. We're in an overall consolidation. It's a Monday, so I don't really want to try to predict stuff like this, but we just have buy side liquidity, and a higher pool of buy side. But then we have a nice pool of sell side liquidity, and then a nice pool of sell side liquidity here as well. And look at all these bodies. These bodies are too smooth. So overall, we have draws on both sides of the range on the higher time frame chart. Look at how well 630 first presented fair value gap was used here. Beautifully. Staying in the upper half of that, the untraded lower portion. Then we have consolidation, and then displacement, using this as rejection block, trade higher, displacement. And now at least probably looking for first presented fair value gap. And then if we use that as inversion, we're trading up into buy side. I could go long here, but probably best not to. Honestly, I already got my trade on a Monday. Don't want to get too greedy here, because I know that's what I've struggled with in the past. So I'm not gonna allow those demons to manifest today. We are in the same midnight opening range that I entered short on, so it would be nice to see this get used as inversion, or just as discount, not inversion, but see this get used as discount, not even trade into this for value gap, because this is balanced here. Then trade higher up into buy side, and then up into our premium 15-minute for value gap that what we're looking at. Actually, no, that's not even a 15. I don't know what that is. I think it's a wick. My chat isn't working. Can you check the euro as well? Oh, and now I got chat. It's good, boys. What's good? What's good, Eddie? How you doing? What you drinking there? Just water. Nice, nice, Eddie. Can you teach me how to decide daily bias? No, I cannot teach. I'm not a teacher. I would say daily bias. I just use 1 hour chart. That's what I use for my daily bias, honestly. 1 hour, if there's a clear imbalance, then it's going to trade into that. If there's clear pool liquidity, it's going to trade into that. And right here on Monday, we're already just whipsawing back within a range. So I've already got mine. So definitely need to stay low key. You know, not need to be doing too much. Here we have Friday's first presented fair value gap as well. See, On this short here, Friday's first presented fair value gap held price from trading to today's first presented fair value gap. And that would have been my entry here on this first presented fair value gap in that SIBI, which I think is still an upside target. I'm gonna be trading paper if I do take any more trades today. Unless if it's using first presented lunch fair value gap or first presented PM fair value gap, then I'm able to trade live account, but I'll trade that on my Trade Evade account. But I'm gonna use. I have two accounts that I'm utilizing now. I have AMP, and then I have Trade Evade. So on the AMP account, I only want to be trading the AM session, but on Trade Evade, I'll be able to trade lunch and PM session. That's how I want to utilize that. I kind of have an itching to go long here, but I'll let it pass me by. The better entry was down here. We'll say like 890 to 820. Could have been a trade for me. Like right there, utilizing, but it doesn't feel the best. So therefore, I'm not going to force it. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not trying to force anything in here. Maybe if we trade down into this civvy, but you plan on trading a funded? Not really. Not really. I'll probably just stick to my live account just because I don't want to have to deal with all those rules. But in my case, a fund account probably could have protected me from losing more money, but I still like the idea of having to pass a combine just before I can trade, and then having to deal with payouts, things like that. I don't know, it just seems more simple just to trade on a live account with less leverage. Hey, good to see you too, brother. You too, Eddie. Have a good one. All right, now we're in this buy side of balance, so I would want to see this be used as discount, but price is kind of being fickle here in this range. So honestly, might end stream soon. Then just go on to tomorrow. Possibly trade lunch or PM session today, but probably not. Just be content with what I got so far today. Traded short. It was 5 minute busy. We wicked just below that into the 1 minute for value gap, so I'd want to see higher prices here. I didn't even see that. Look at the wick. This wick, we're stopping right below that. Then we're hitting 0.25 of that wick, which we're probably hitting this wick here. Yeah, upper quadrant of this wick. And then it's just melting lower. What is this lower fair value gap to? Oh, that's the discount busy. The 1 hour fair value gap that formed today. Yeah, notice how this was a draw on liquidity too. See, honestly, I didn't really pick up on this real time, but we had this 1 hour fair value gap with relative equal lows right in it. And then 9 a.m. candle stabs into that. Yeah, 5 minute BISI really isn't used as discount here. We're being fickle here, so this to me tells me no trade. Not at all. The move kind of happened already. The expansion move happened. Then we traded back in the range. Now we can ping back and forth in here. I mean, all we have is buy side so far and then sell side so far. So those are the 2 points I would really look for. And I think we'll likely see time distortion in here. It's a Monday with no news, so gonna have to rely more on macros or 9:30 volatility. Here my trade was at like 9:39. No, it was at 9:41. Review on Euro, please. I kind of want to see my analysis. I'll look at Euro. In my forex is so disorganized. First, I'd have to look at dollar. Dollar's still trading lower. I think these were the targets ICT was looking for. So we hit this pool sell side. This doesn't look tradable whatsoever, in my opinion. These are just too small of ranges here, and I don't know. Overall, long-term bias is bearish on dollar, bullish on Euro USD, and then ICT's been looking for this clear draw liquidity. These equal highs with this SIBI. That's been the draw liquidity. Now we're in this weekly buy side imbalance. Daily. Oh no, Euro looks terrible right now. Yeah, this is not very good. We have this low here. Gonna have equal lows here. I mean, this could be probably next draw on liquidity, but yeah, I'm not interested in that at all. At all. Whatsoever, in my opinion. We have equal highs here. Let's see if we trade above that. There's been no fair value gap other than this one. We use that here. Now we're just high resistance liquidity condition, sharing the same ranges within here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end stream here. Euro's kind of frustrating. Yeah. I recommend trying to trade NQ or something in the meantime. Okay, let's see. We traded into this down close candle. Now I'd like to see expansion. Overall, right now, buy side looks a lot more probable than sell side. So I'm saying on the fact that we'll probably take buy side first rather than sell side, but things could change if we trade below constant encroachment of this. For me, if we trade below constant encroachment of this imbalance, we could trade to sell side because this is already a balanced price range. We have sell side offered, buy side offered, so this will likely get respected more than disrespected, and price has been bullish all day. Created a 1 hour imbalance, and we're continuing higher. We also have these equal highs here. We have these equal highs, then we have these relative equal highs. So that's what I'm looking for. Tomorrow is CPI, so I'll probably try to start streaming a little bit early tomorrow. And yeah, that's the business today. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day. I appreciate you guys, and yeah, peace out.